Protect children in conflict or in contact with the law, the Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions has today launched a prosecutor's guide to children in the criminal justice system and a diploma course in public prosecutions. Elizabeth Atieno now reports.
The launch of these two documents by the Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions, or DPP, is aimed at providing an easy-to-read reference tool to assist prosecutors handling cases involving children and standardizing the implementation of best practices across the country in the prosecution of child matters.
The DPP has put in place measures to ensure that children's agenda is at the forefront of our operations. In this regard, the DPP has set up the Child Justice Unit within the Children's Division. This unit is made up of prosecutors from all the different counties. It is intended to enable a fast response to children issues.
These two documents reflect one of our strategic objectives to make prosecution services professional, civilized, and also to make prosecutors be part and parcel of the objective of the whole country, that we be people who obey the law.
The DPP has issued measures to observe legal and privacy rights of children in conflict or in contact with the law.
Children, whether in conflict or in contact with the law, have a fundamental right to be protected and treated with dignity. In order for children in conflict with the law to fully participate in the justice process, we leave the justice system properly rehabilitated. They must be treated fairly.
And I've gone through the guidelines. They provide the most appropriate means for the Office of the Director of Public Prosecution to ensure that as you process child offenders, their rights under the Constitution, international conventions and treaties are guaranteed.
It's also important that all prosecutors know that a child must be represented, so that immediately a case is brought before the court and a child is not represented, the prosecutor is quickly able to know that we need this child represented.
But anyhow, when they're in the system, when they are victims of crime, or when they are offenders themselves, they have the right to be treated according to child-friendly services. That's why it is so important to make the Kenyan criminal justice system adjust to children and juveniles in the system.
The Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission CEO, Twalib Mbarak, has criticized the rising cases of arson in schools, stating that social media is partly to blame. Twalib has further urged legal bodies to adopt to the new and technological means of dealing with child cases, sentiments that were echoed by DPP Haji, stating that the DPP has set up child interview rooms where sessions will be virtual.
Setting up of child-friendly interview rooms in 7 counties, namely Nairobi, Nakuru, Mombasa, Kisumu, Kiambu, Kajiado, and Lamu. They will be equipped with video conferencing equipment to allow for remote interviewing and court sessions, thus secondary victimization of child victims.
Today, our kids are burning schools everywhere. A very unique sort of crime in Africa. I've never had any other African country where children are burning school. When you think you have passwords and ways of blocking maybe overage movies and documentary, I can assure you, you're just cheating yourself. When you leave the house, those kids can penetrate and open everything.
EACC has promised to stand by DPP Haji after 4 petitions were filed to remove him from office. Elizabeth Atieno, TV 47.
Elsewhere, lawsuits